Roommates is not a podcast for the faint of heart. It's offensive, mean, cruel, a little racist, and none of it is serious. Take everything the hosts say with a grain of salt. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey guys, I am Alex O'Neill, and with me I have Ethan Spangler.
Hey.
And Morpheus.
And Lawrence Fishburne joining us this week. Damien Brown is here as well.
Hey, how you doing?
We got Damien to start with the braps. Brap.
Blah, blah.
You're just like Brian and Altano.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was
weirdly spot on. We're roommates, kind of. I always have to look at Damien when I say that.
I want to say it again.
No, you're done. You fired. Thank God we have a video now.
I want to hear you guys say it.
No.
I can't.
You heard me do it.
No.
Brap.
No. God, what do you work at Subway?
Flatbread, sir?
Flatbread or a blue wrap?
Blue wrap? What, nanny?
We can toast it.
A burr wrap is one that isn't toasted.
It's a burrito wrap. We take a burrito and we wrap it.
We wrap it up.
Chicka, word out.
That's the manager, though, and he's talking. He's
Flanders.
He's talking. He's Flanders. He had that mustache that I had that one time. I shaved since the last time we did this. I was supposed to keep it going.
Or you sneezed.
I pictured that like sneezing on a dandelion.
And it just like flutters away. The little thin hairs that I had just taped there one by one.
Some little girl somewhere, make a wish.
somewhere Raven Simone's like, make a wish, you nasty.
Hashtag before she was gay.
Yeah, that's the show, right? That's so Raven. Now it's just that's so Raven. We're the roommates. You can actually watch this now. This one, I swear you will be able to watch.
Will it actually go up?
I will make it happen. I'm going to try and get the third one up, but Adobe Premiere is being a bitch, which it does sometimes. But yeah, we...
I visited our Podbean for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it took me like an hour to find it. And like, I knew what I was trying to find.
Roommates.podbean.com.
I know that now. I know that it's a pod. I know what a Podbean is. That's cool.
It's a website for podcasting. It's a Podbean. It's nutritious. Nutritiously delicious. Do you really have to have your headphones and your hat on at the same time?
I took my sunglasses off.
Yeah.
To do this.
Commitment. It's youtube.com/channels/roommates, I think. But you might be able to finagle at youtube.com/roommates. I'm not sure.
Because if you can't find it on his Twitter.
If you can't find it on my Twitter, just twitter.com/alfardo27.
What's a Twitter?
What's a twat? I don't understand.
I know what a twat is.
These kids today in their
Don't get me
twit book.
wrong.
Their twit book with their books and their tweets.
They're instant twats.
The book of the faces.
You can tweet from your Instacunt or something. I'm sorry if the C word.
What is an Instacut?
I'm sorry if the C word offends anyone, by the way.
That's one of my new favorite words now. Instacunt.
That's what Alex used to call his ex-girlfriends on that one day of the month.
I have never... No, that's not true. I have called one of my ex-girlfriends the C word.
I've never referred to a woman as a cunt ever in my life.
I used to tuck my dick in between my legs and call it that.
You put the lotion in the basket. It rubs its skin or else it
No,
gets
and
the
then I
host
used to
again.
do jumping jacks and make queefing sounds.
I'm imagining all of this is... Like, was it your balls like slapping up against your butt cheek?
No.
How old were you?
It was my quote thigh gap.
I'd fuck me hard.
We watched that movie for the first time together, by the way.
Ew.
Remember when he puts on the lipstick?
No, I don't remember that movie at all.
You were
don't.
kind of out of it, but that movie...
I'm glad you guys were disturbed by my lips. Because I had my eyes completely shut. I couldn't see.
We all know that wasn't lipstick, Ethan.
Dick stick? Did you rub your Instacunt on your face?
Lip dick?
Lip dick?
Lip dick.
Limp dick. That's what Damien's got, always. He's a shower, not a grower.
Chap dick.
Hashtag Big Gertha.
All right, are we going to hashtag all the way through this show?
No.
Wow. All right.
Hashtag totes probs.
A few things let me get through before
Hashtag totes presh.
we get.
Don't you mean let me get through a few things? Hashtag grammar Nazi. Hashtag you're an editor.
All right. I hate both of you so much right now. Let me get through a few things, and then we can go balls crazy and talk about Silence of the Lambs or whatever.
B minus.
I hate you. I think you tried, but you could have tried harder.
A B minus.
How many times have you guys heard that? You guys are getting me off fucking tangent.
A B minus is like, how many times did you type this into Google?
Like 3 times. That's all. I swear.
Spanish homework.
You're
Google.
talking to me about that. I think you tried, but I think you could try harder. That should be the name of my autobiography. Honestly,
All right.
Every adult in my life has said that to me at least 4 times.
Including me and Damien.
The little engine that, well,
The little engine that, well, it tried.
The little engine that you have so much potential. I don't understand why you don't use that.
the little engine that I just don't think this is the job for you. Or, story of my life, the little engine that your services are no longer required.
Oh, sexual services. All right. Hey,
One time.
once.
Ethan.
Forget about it.
Ethan.
I think we have our pre-show.
Probably. No, this is we started this, remember? We're 9
That's right.
minutes
That's
in.
right. I said, hey.
What's going on?
Ethan.
Fix it. Do you know how to fix it?
I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing the don't fucking knock it against.
I wasn't knocking.
All right, I'm going to mute them. First, 2 things let me get out of the way. 1, you can now see us in video form on YouTube roommates. I will be putting it in the post of the show. 2, we are trying to get on iTunes. I swear. We're hitting weird, unexpected issues. I don't know what's wrong. I will look into it, but I'm working on it. So once it's up on iTunes, I'm going to start posting it on Irrational Passions. Also, we have a plan for release. We're going to release on the 1st and 16th of every month. That's the plan. Is that
born on May 16th.
all right?
Take me off mute.
Now you can.
Okay, I was going to tell the readers.
The readers.
The
B minus. See it best.
It's okay. I had to read podbean.com/roommate. I was like, oh, shit.
Roommates.podbean.com. You still don't know it.
Why is it not
No.
podroommate.bean.com/roommate?
I don't know what you just said. That's just how they generate URLs. I can buy a GoDaddy URL, so we're roommates.com. I
don't appreciate
Ethan's
when
favorite
you make fun of
domain
my
name.
people.
Ethan's favorite domain.
Let my people go.
Let my people go. We can actually make any dot anything now. You can do that.
Any dot anything.
Yeah, you can like dot whatever the fuck you want.
Without a com.
No com. What would you guys dot? This isn't a topic, but wow, you guys are so creative.
No, I'm-
Russia.com stands for
Dot Instacunt,
communist.
obviously.
Dot balls.
Dot communist.
There are dot
Dot
balls.
communist? Okay. I
Dot
get behind
com
that.
with 2 M's. Dot red state. All right, so this is roommates. We sometimes we
In Soviet Russia, cheese cut you.
oh. So wait, does that mean like a cheese farts on you?
Yeah, farts out humans, yep. Game of provolone,
No,
B minus.
no one. Why Russia is fucking so weird. Good
The
job.
women have beards in Russia.
That cheese fart thing, that's how John Travolta was born.
Yeah, exactly. Idina Menzel, right?
Yeah.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem. Just let it go, Damien.
Are there any movies that he wasn't in that he was supposed to be in? Well, there was.
Right, do I look like a John Travolta expert? Don't answer that.
Well, there was Wild Hogs, but wasn't he replaced by Tim Allen?
No, they're both in
They're
that
both
movie.
in that.
We saw that in theaters.
Wait,
Dynamic
Wait.
comedic duo, man.
it's like the Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill of a joke I don't want to make again.
They made a Wild Hogs too.
Did they?
Yeah, I think.
And I
If
suffered
they call
through the
that
first
one, if they call that one pork and beans.
Remember when Dr. Cox shows up in that?
Yeah, and you see
that
his
actor,
ass.
whenever he shows up, he's so good.
He's just Dr.
He's a good actor.
So
And he's
much
really
ass. So much ass.
Yeah, there's like if you want middle-aged ass, you should watch that movie.
So speaking of so much ass in a movie, you've seen
Don't talk about my
X-Men
sex
Days of
tape.
Future Past. Damien, have you seen it?
No, he doesn't
No.
like superheroes.
I'm what I said. Don't talk about
So
my sex
I was
tape.
talking to my brother. I believe it was my brother who told me.
Are you the Wolverine?
Don't call me
so-
Hugh Jackman for nothing.
I don't know what level to accept that on.
That is Wolverine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is actor.
So
He's
apparently, the scene where Wolverine wakes up in the past and walks across the room naked, and you see like all of him from behind.
Yeah.
And he has thighs like loaves of bread.
Yes.
I think it was my brother who told me that scene was Hugh Jackman's idea. It's like I have this idea where like I wake up and I walk across the room naked. Apparently that was just all his call, which like it's fine. Like I think he's in the best shape of his life for that. But just the idea of Hugh Jackman being like, you know what, guys, I think I want to be naked in this next X-Men movie. Like, how can we make that work?
I want everyone to know.
Did you say thighs like loaves of bread?
I saw.
I like that. That's what you took away from everything that you just said.
I saw the movie with some people that we all know.
Obviously, some homosexuals
No, maybe. No. Some people that we know
with thighs like a pastry.
I'm not gonna say any names. He occasionally will play video games with Alex and D&D, right?
D&D, and he plays Crystal Chronicles.
But he is obsessed with getting big and like bodybuilding, and that's just his thing. And before
Boulders.
the movie, he said he
soup.
was like. He referred to something as just thighs like loaves of bread, and when that scene happened, because he was just talking about all this bodybuilding stuff before the movie, and then when Hugh Jackman walked across the room, all of his veins were like 8 inches wide, and just right, like veins everywhere, really good shape. But he got up and walked across the room, and I leaned over to this person and said,
"Call those varicose veins or something, where they pop out, where they're like 3D."
I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
He had more veins in his chest than what I would think is healthy, honestly. Like, it looked like he just has more blood flowing.
I think he got vein infusions. Like, he got vein transplants.
like added into him.
Bane like shit.
Bane like shit.
Bane like
Hugh Jackman was in better shape, I think, than what's his face? I can never.
Colossus?
No.
the guy that played Bane.
I can never remember
Peter,
his name.
No.
Peter? Now you guys are fucking me up. I had it and then I lost
So
it.
did
I.
Jason.
No.
Nope. Jason.
Rick.
No.
Carl. Oh my God. Tom Arnold.
Tom Hardy.
There. Damn it! I almost got there, but yeah, Tom Hardy. No, I think
Isn't Tom Arnold a loaf of bread?
maybe. But no. I think Hugh Jackman was in better shape than Tom Hardy was for his role.
Tom Arnold just sounds so much better.
Hugh Jackman, for whatever reason, like, he did not. He's going on 50, right? He's like 46, 47.
He's late 40s.
You know who's in exceptional shape is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's
also, yes, yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, like Tom Hardy, you should see him in The Warrior. He's in better shape. Well, he's in more defined shape than that.
as
but
opposed to
he got a very specific kind of buff.
He was packing on mass.
Yeah, he got the round like keg stand buff for.
I wouldn't say keg stand. I just say like 8 kegs.
Yeah, like his body was made of kegs for The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
But he went from the role as the Warrior in that where he's like ripped and 6-pack and all that to The Dark Knight, like back to back, which is absurd. He got both kinds of buff in a year.
And then before that was This Means War, and he was like shaped like a normal human being.
Yeah.
Which I saw that, and then I saw The Dark Knight, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just really upset.
Like, where did this entire nother person come from? That's packed
Did you
onto
eat your
Tom
twin
Hardy?
in embryo like between these two movies?
I think he ate Chris Pine preparing for the role.
spat him back out for Star Trek 2.
That the new director of the new Batman movie just chose to team up with car insurance.
Geico? State Farm?
I
don't get it.
The actor, god damn it.
Ben Affleck? Oh, Affleck.
She sounds hideous.
She sounds hideous.
I saw that
That's
commercial
State
today.
Farm. That's
Has
State
anyone
Farm.
else seen that commercial
Yes.
anytime? Because
Have you seen
it's
the
been
poop on?
years since I saw it. Yes, I've seen the poop on one. But it's been years since I saw
We
that
talked
commercial,
about that
and I saw it
last
earlier
night.
today.
I poop on my husband's chest. Oh wait,
Well, it
Damien.
looks like I poop on my husband's chest. You should look on the mustard poop on.
Grey poupon.
You know, I never heard of
Poupon
Grey
everything.
Poupon.
I've heard of
Mustard.
Grey Poupon.
I've never heard of Grey
It's a
Poupon.
thing.
Look up the band commercial.
They've become
for it.
self-aware.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're becoming self-aware. That means they're taking over the world. It's Skynet all over again.
Who?
Sorry.
Is LimeWire still a thing?
That was a
They-
random fucking question. They're just a
I don't
torrent
know.
client now.
I remember
They got busted at one
FrostWire.
point, right?
Yeah.
I remember FrostWire.
Frostwire? Yeah.
No, if downloading torrents is illegal, how is Pirate Bay still? Like, how are these websites still running?
They change location and domain.
Well, Pirate Bay is a very specific type of.
They're very
absolutely insane.
specifically genius.
They're part of like the
also.
Icelandic government. Like they have.
They have their own government.
They have a
right?
political.
Like,
they
they're
have a
like their
political
own-
party.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
That's how it's so successful and how it's still around.
They've been moving from country to country for years now, but like, I don't, Pirate Bay is a very
like they're like
specific.
their own republic or some shit.
I don't know.
It's fine. Whatever.
Pirate Bay is like a society?
They're very much taking advantage of the fact that you can't have internet laws across countries really at the moment until all the governments get together and form.
Right now it's
end of
what
days.
.se, and then
yeah.
because the dot at the end changes every once in a while,
Yeah.
and I think
Most
that's when they
torrent
change.
websites do.
I think it's when they change countries.
We're doing
Yeah.
topics, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's only been 20 minutes. So here on Roommates, we each bring a topic to the table, a la the Game Over Greggy show. We consider them.
Name drop.
Name drop. Well, I got the idea from them, so I think it's appropriate to
I
reference
still
them.
need to.
Got.
They do video, right?
Yeah.
I need to watch that with you because you were really excited when they said they were going to do that show, and you showed me the preview when they announced it, and it looks really awesome.
It's pretty funny.
If it's anything like this, but with like professionals,
Well, I mean, like they don't like necessarily be funny. Of course, neither are we by any means. This is not supposed to be always funny for reference.
You ever think like people that always keep their mouth like an O shape when they talk? You just look like an asshole. Like, hey Ethan, what do you want to do
I
later?
can't look at you when you do that.
What do you want to do later, Ethan?
You look like a dude, bro. Surfer
like
bro.
you're sarcastic. Like
we
like,
should go
what
down
do-
to the river, man.
Like, what do you want to do later? All right, Owen Wilson.
Our mouths are small. Well, you should dance with us.
you should dance with us.
It's a Jimmy Fallon reference.
Just because our mouths are small doesn't affect our dancing.
I just want to dance.
I'm really excited that I got to hear that through headphones.
Well, we each have topics, correct? Who wants to go first?
I kind of have topics. Sure.
Damien, what's your topic?
All right, I actually have an interesting topic for once,
I'm going to put interesting in quotes here.
and
I'm going to put topic in quotes.
I'm gonna put your quotes in quotes.
I'm going to put it out there. So I have like the little single quotes and you have the double quotes. That's how that works.
Sarcastic quotes over sarcastic quotes.
Triple quotes.
I was just being a T-Rex for a second.
I'm a tiger. Remember the At Midnight Tiger guy?
Damien, do you want your hat back?
Please.
It's bothering me now. I just want to put it out
That's
there.
the name of my new single.
The reason that we're late, it's bothering me now.
No,
Your hat is like Pharrell tall.
It is.
Cause I'm happy.
I just want to put it out there that the reason that episode 4 is late is entirely Damien's fault.
I get a little sleepy. I fall asleep.
This is episode
Hey.
4.5.
He falls asleep when we initially recorded episode 4, and
It looked a little something like
it looked like he was trying to suck on the microphone's dick.
because microphones have reproductive organs.
Yeah. Have you seen mine? It's black. That's something. That's
and,
all I got.
And round
Around.
and oppressed.
No, I'd like to think that my mic is not.
Just tender stroking the pop filter, like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Whew, I'm gonna
I do this without a pop filter here. I'm like,
as soon as I get more money, like regular income, I'm gonna get real good mics for all of us. Look forward.
I thought you were gonna say pop filters.
He's not
I
gonna
have
get the,
one.
He's not
Have
gonna
you
get the
seen?
Jersey mics. He's gonna get real good mics.
Have you seen my pop filter though?
Yeah.
It's a pair of pantyhose stretched over a bent coat hanger, and it functions as a very-
Pantyhose from a woman he once told we're gonna be in a
No,
relationship.
pantyhose from a package. From a package.
From a package that I bought alone at a Walmart. So fuck you. I went through self-check. No one got to look at me except for the self-check lady, and she judged me ferociously.
But no, Damien,
And I looked at it and I said, it's a free country.
Damien, that pop filter, that circle in front of his microphone, it's stretched.
You wear pantyhose.
It's
I get
it's
it.
stretched nylon fabric, and it catches your consonants, so they don't hit the
P's
mic.
and B's.
You stretch
Mostly the P's.
Mostly
You
P's.
stretch the pantyhose all the way up to your balls, and then you put one ball in.
P's and B's, pantyhose and balls. Got it.
Goddamn right.
No, I have a makeshift pop filter for when I record music.
Joe on Irrational Passions, name drop irrationalpassions.com.
Worst fucking podcast show over here.
Fuck you. They might have downloaded this show from there, and fuck you. 4 years of my life, man. I bet you didn't know it was 4 fucking years.
I counted.
July 6th, 2010.
6.
It's not 4 years yet, man.
It's
you
almost
guys,
4
You could
years.
still die.
I could still die before we make it. We got 2 weeks.
Ethan, what's the name of the book you wrote? 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm
1.
a faggot.
248.
An autobiography.
Is that?
And the prologue to his book is shit. ... Parentheses, writer's block.
That is totally me. I text you guys all the time when I have writer's block. Hoping for inspiration.
Alex in 3rd grade. Class, what's your favorite shape? Writer's block. I'm proud of myself for that one. And mine, of course,
You really shouldn't be.
being the genius I am, would be rhombus.
Rhombus. I'm more of a parallelogram kind
And then
of
that
guy.
black girl that sat next to me named Quadrilateral.
Is that her favorite sex position? I don't know.
I'm
Full corners.
To be like completely honest, I'm a big fan of trapezoids. Like
Trapezoids
Dude,
are dope.
no, fucking octagon.
Do you like the half trapezoids or the fully angled ones, though?
fully angled.
I don't think
half ones are okay.
I don't think I've
but
ever
like
seen
out
a
of
hexagon.
out of all quadrilaterals, like 100% real, I've always considered the trapezoid to be my favorite quadrilateral.
I like the rhombus a lot. What are you saying, Damien?
If you really think how unoriginal shapes are, a lot of shapes are just like 3 basic shapes flipped, like a
A rhombus,
Rhombus
is just
is a diamond.
a rhombus is just a parallelogram face.
A diamond
opposite
is
angle.
a square turned on a corner.
Yeah. If it's a perfect diamond, it's not. It doesn't have to be a perfect shape. It could be a rhombus, for example.
An octagon is a pizza that was cut fucked up.
Nope.
I like blank prism because it's just a cylinder, but instead of a circle, it's a shape.
Yeah.
I like those personally.
I used to get
How are we
fucked up
talking about geometry?
How
when
did
you
we
would
get
have
here?
to draw like the 3D,
We took a really fucked up road somewhere.
like the
I'm fine with
3D,
it.
like the 3D versions of the
I feel
cubes. And like mine would always look like you're on acid because like one side would be like drooping. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Your cube was stroking out.
Oh my dude,
It's a dolly cube.
my cube was twitching, just tweaking out.
What's your topic, Damien?
All right, my
I was gonna say
topic-
Joe used a sock for a pop filter, but it doesn't matter.
Nope, at least he doesn't ball and tuck like Ethan's pantyhose.
Does he put the lotion in the basket?
Picture it, Ethan in pantyhose and high heels. It's fucking hilarious.
It is pretty.
Quick
fucking
tangent
funny.
before Damien ever gets to his
I
topic.
get it. Quick tangent because you're pale.
What?
Tangent.
That is such a stretch that I am angry that you said it.
Stretch like Ethan's
So
legs in those
in high
heels.
school, as you guys know, I was in the higher choir group called the Madrigals. And when we performed
Sounds
The
anywhere,
higher choir.
it was
It sounds-
in other schools it's considered chamber choir, but we do like Renaissance era pieces and we wear Renaissance era clothing.
Fucking Harry Potter shit.
So not fucking Harry Potter shit. What's wrong with you?
Hufflepuff.
So we're talking like Renaissance fair
not funny.
shit, like medieval times. Like we would
Did you have to wear like a metal bra?
wear.
I'm sorry, I'm having fun.
We would wear like Renaissance era clothing, which included pantyhose. Like
And
I
you
had
did the nip-
tights. I had tights
And you
that I
did
had
the
to
nip
wear.
and tuck.
And one time we came off stage. It was a concert, and I was in several groups. And Madrigals went on directly before the symphonic band for which I had to wear a tuxedo and then play an instrument. And so I get off stage and I'm like running around. I undress myself
And untuck your ball.
and all I have on are boxers, and then over the boxers I have my pantyhose. That's all I have on. And I'm like, shit, where's my tuxedo? So I ran down the hallway, which has a tile floor, sliding everywhere, busted into the band room.
Busted ass.
At which point the band director was talking to the entire group and stopped and stared at me as I ran into the room frantically, like looking around, just wearing pantyhose. And he watched me run across the entire, didn't say a word. Everyone in the room watched me run across the room, grab my tuxedo, and then walk back out. And then he started talking again. He has told that story to other classes about the day that I ran into the band room wearing pantyhose and nothing else. But I got my tuxedo on and then, but yeah. Fun story about me and pantyhose.
There you go. Ethan actually has worn pantyhose.
I have worn pantyhose.
Damien.
They chafe. The
No,
inside
they're
of
not.
my
They're
no, they
Have you
chafe
worn pantyhose, Damien? Is there something you once?
fishnets?
That's complete. Oh,
Dude,
I would never wear.
you want to
Hold
talk
on.
about?
Wait.
Can we talk
It's like
about
it's
you
like
in
go-
fishnets for 1 minute?
It's like going
please?
crabbing and catching a jellyfish.
Thighs like loaves of bread
Oh.
in fishnets.
Thighs like a bowl
I'm
of jello.
picturing the end of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie where Patrick shows up.
In fishnet, yeah.
That's
I'm a goofy goober. Rock.
Wait, why were you wearing fishnets?
I wasn't.
Okay, so you're a fucking liar.
I just wanted to prove I'm better at Ethan. So
Congratulations, you sufficiently didn't.
I don't.
What's your topic?
I
Damien?
wanted that to be an awesome story. Okay, yeah, let's get to
It's not.
topics.
My topic is the Google car.
The Google? I would like
Not-
to talk about the Google.
I'll take Google for for a penny. And it's not the Google car that takes pictures. It is a car that Google is coming up with. Google themselves. I heard it for real on the radio, so it's true.
I'm going to pull up Google right now.
No, don't, damn it. Let me do this. Nobody Nobody pulls up your topics. The only person that pulls up his topics are Ethan because pantyhose.
It's pretty funny. Just fucking say it, Damien. How about that?
All right. So it's a car that Google is making that it is a taxi, but it will be the world's first driverless car. Meaning you get in it and there's no driver. And I'm going to tell you right now, that will make me, that even makes me the most uncomfortable, like...
Being on the road knowing that that's out there.
No. Like, not even that. Being in that, like, nobody is controlling. So, like, basically, it's a computer, which all cars are, but you have manual override, which is you physically...
All cars are
Not all cars. Most cars are...
I will say right now, my
Modern
car
cars.
is 100% not a computer.
Your car has a computer in it. Like a very basic... like
My car has a 1991 stock stereo, and that's the only computer element of it.
My car has a GPS in it. That's literally it.
All cars have like a computer.
I have a
aspect.
GPS that I can put in my car.
Well, it has the thing that shifts between the gears. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe no, that's a transmission. But maybe I'm thinking, okay, maybe then it is modern cars like 2001s and up, whatever. Ethan's probably not.
They have an operating system in
Yes,
them.
yes.
That is different than the computer.
So just imagine getting in this car and being like, go here. Nobody's driving it. With the amount of technology, people that can hack into like, I know this isn't a good comparison, but like Xbox Live into their whole system. What if somebody hacked into that car? You would have no idea where you're going. And what
so you're talking about like some watchdog shit right here.
No, but like think about it. If they can make a car that can drive,
I understood that.
that can drive itself and like without anybody in it, you're gonna sit and tell me that a hacker can't break into the system like wirelessly. Like that's some scary shit.
It is harder to hack into something wirelessly than
I feel like the only online aspect of the car is the GPS. Other than that, it's all internal.
Well, how does a car know when to stop? How does it know?
You would have to be pinging some kind of source to know when to stop, when to go.
Yes.
Like it has to know.
It also most likely will have sensors to detect how close it is to things in the front and the back, and then I saw a car advertised that was like, we have a sensor on the front of this car, and it will slam on the brakes if you're about to hit something, and you won't hit it. And that freaked me out.
You don't need that if you know how to.
You don't need that if you know how to drive, but it's nice.
God. People
But,
don't
like, a lot of-
realize-
I just wished I had like functioning brakes.
The reality
but-
is, like, a lot of people don't know how to drive. So this helps those people.
I think it helps,
like especially Asians and the women.
the elderly people, but
Never
all
said
this
that.
technology that they're putting in the cars, coming from somebody that grew up on cars. My mom has even said, like I told you guys, she works for the largest body shop. They have estimated that, like, her whole entire company, because the corporate is in Canada, they have estimated saying that by the year 2017, base model cars will be $30,000 because of all the useless fucking technology they're putting in. Do you need backup sensors? Do you need front sensors? If you know your dimensions of your car, you don't need that. Our parents and our grandparents drove perfectly fucking fine without that for how many years? And
My
if you-
grandfather drove the vehicle that I'm driving right now.
And if you look at
Like 20
if you
years
look
ago.
at the statistics, our generation has all the technology available to us, and we have the worst like crash and accident and death rates than any other generation. That's why.
We also have texting,
Well,
Damien.
also, yeah. But I'm saying
You're the one out of us that texts and drives.
that's why. Well, it's important.
Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. When you're dead and I'm sad, I'll be angry too.
The person needs to know that no, I don't want that for dinner right now. While I'm going 65 on 95 in the rain.
All right, I get it. You're being sarcastic,
Yes, I know.
facetious, but
When he says the person, he means mom.
no,
Mom,
he,
no, I don't want that for dinner.
he means us to let us know that he's on 29, which we don't need to know, by the way.
But so,
or
yeah.
when he texts us here when he's
Anyway.
still driving here.
Or you know how I text you being like, "Hey, are you coming to the hospital?" and your response is "fucking."
Currently fucking. Currently fellatio.
What is that?
It's giving a blowjob.
Fellatio is just the act of
Sucking on a penis.
Yeah, that happening.
Then what's a bukkake?
Bukake? You don't know what bukake means?
No.
That's when,
I
like,
thought it was like a different version of sushi. I almost asked for it.
bukake.
No,
What's
no,
a
I'm
bukkake?
serious. No,
I
I'm
really
serious.
want to imagine the situation where Damien's in a sushi bar.
Can I have the bukkake?
Do you know what a bukake is? So what, you thought it was a piece of sushi?
Yeah.
It is when like 3+ guys come on a girl's face. It is a Japanese word. It's like a gangbang, but it always
Thinking about Damien
ends,
ordering that gets funnier and funnier.
it ends
And then what
it
happens
ends with them
afterwards?
all jerking off on her face.
Yeah,
and just like at the same time just spraying.
that in the back.
Happy ending.
So yeah, all this
Sushi bar with a happy
technology in the freaking cars, man. I think it's funny that the generation that drives the worst is the one that's getting all this technology.
Well, do you want me to read some business?
Technology can definitely be a part of why we're driving worse, though. Like I said, texting.
Well, I mean, like this could
Paying
be,
attention to GPSs as opposed
This
to
could be to
knowing where you're going.
accommodate that. Imagine if it works.
Well, I mean, I think car companies are cracking down. Like my car that I just bought, the Cruise Standard has Bluetooth like standard in it now, to where you get a phone call, it goes right through the car. Like you don't have. Well, you have an option.
yeah, me too.
Now, he said he bought a modern car. We know. Ethan's car was made in 1991, for reference.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to read something on the Google.
So
car,
the title is "Driverless Car for $10,000." Oh, this is not Google. Apparently, Google has a project for a driverless car and this is like a cheaper thing. I don't know. Like, I think I understand why you're concerned. Like knowing that that's out there while you're driving. Like, are you worried that it'll just crash into you, or?
That's what I said. He was saying that he was worried about the idea of it being hijacked, but that's like some Mission Impossible 6
the
shit.
thing that I don't. I mean, people's arguments for it would be, well, it was made by man, so you have human error. You have human error if a human is manually driving the vehicle now, or you have human error in computers, and computers are bound to crash.
Well, you have AI error, which is basically the whole idea that computers have to be perfect and nothing's perfect.
Yes.
That catch-22.
What I'm saying is to completely put yourself behind a piece of machine, because in my mind, when I think of machine, humans make the machine. Humans should always be able to overstep the quote-unquote authority of the machine and override what they need to. In that car, if you are a passenger and something goes wrong,
I think they're actually probably just working on casting for the live action Cars movie, though. Like realistically,
Well, I mean, like I don't.
Lightning McQueen, man.
You're presuming that there's no system override button, or if like there are fucking driver's ed cars with brakes in the passenger seat.
There are eject buttons.
Here's like you want the Wikipedia article.
It just sounds like something way too.
This is the technology subshit of the Wikipedia page. Google's robotic cars have $150,000 of equipment, including a $70,000 LiDAR, is what it's called, light radar system. The rangefinder mounted on the top of the top is a Velodyne 64 beam laser. This laser allows the vehicle to generate a detailed 3D map of its environment. The car then takes these generated maps and combines them with high-resolution maps of the world, producing different types of data models that allow it to drive itself. How fucking insane is that?
Okay, that gives me a little bit more faith in that taxi.
Currently, as of June 2014, the system work by using a very high, this horribly edited Wikipedia page. Someone, if you're listening to this, go fucking edit this page. I'm thinking about it right now. A very high definition inch precision map of the area the vehicle is expected to use, including how high the traffic lights are.
Damien actually wrote this page.
Yeah,
so you're finding it now.
So it's basically using like 3D imaging around it constantly to create an image of the environment around it, so it knows what's going on. And then, but like it has to have a computer that can process that information, which is horrifying. That's what I'm afraid. I'm afraid of Skynet out of this shit. All right, and I know you don't. Skynet is the computer that takes over the world or attempts to take over the world in Terminator 2.
Yeah,
that shit scares me.
I've never seen it.
Well, I'm sure you haven't.
Next step is obviously Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's coming. It was like 2001, apparently. I don't know. Like, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of, like, the computer in this be getting too smart, analyzing the environment around it, but actually just analyzing the people and their emotions and sending that to, like, some home-based fucking computer that's analyzing all of us and watching us through these fucking cars.
That's what Microsoft is doing with Xbox One, right?
Yeah, right? It's watching me right now. It's, like, literally perfect angle. That thing sees me naked so much.
That thing has seen your asshole more than you have.
Totally, because I just sit there and it's like, Xbox, take a picture.
Oh, I'm sad that I made that noise.
I don't know. What are you afraid of, Damien?
Just the fact that if something were to happen, it's a computer. Really, really easy way to put this to put it in better context and concept. Remember iRobot, Will Smith?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've been thinking about.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
You see, when you brought it up, you said that you were afraid of someone hacking it. I said I was afraid of that being on the road.
Either that. Humans, in my mind, are getting lazier and lazier with this technology. Cars that can parallel park themselves. Seriously, what these big rich idiots, I mean, it doesn't bother them. When you pay for a car that has all this extra bullshit, you also have to think, well, people that financially manage your money are going to think, well, okay, I'm buying a car that has a backup camera. I need to think if my bumper gets hit, that's another $4,000 that this bumper costs. It's the technology is making
$4,000 bumper.
Yes.
This is
hold on. When my mom and I got rear-ended on the day back from my surgery on 95, she has sensors in her bumper, $4,000 for a bumper. Because of the useless sensors that you don't need.
If you totaled my car, I might get a maybe $1,500 settlement.
Maybe.
And like someone else said,
although you'd have to crash a tank.
Like, yeah, no, you'd have to like
when I was at the dealership,
hit my van and roll it down like
when I was at the dealership buying my car, the older cars like Ethan's, older cars like our grandparents,
also my bumper has removed the bumper off of another vehicle before.
They were so what's the word, like sturdy and tough, and like their bodies were durable that it almost encaged, you know, like the driver were.
My vehicle's like 97% steel.
But those parts were cheaper back then, so they could sell it for cheaper.
Yeah, but hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. What they're doing now is they're putting all this useless technology, and the actual physical protection of the vehicle sucks. Most vehicles are made by fiberglass. Like if you go out to your Toyota and you poke it and it's got like that floppy, that's not metal, that's fiberglass. It is cheap, really combustible, it'll fold. That's why if you like, when I backed in to my friend's truck, remember, in high school, and the whole back bumper caved in, that's because it's fiberglass.
That's because you were texting.
That was funny. You have to admit. I mean,
I don't know, man. I just feel like technology is not leaning towards more safety. It's leaning towards how can you do less, and it's like you don't want to do less in a freaking car. Like, seriously?
Well, I mean, keep in mind, like, this is a taxi service.
I'm still waiting for my hover car, so.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I'm waiting hoverboards next year, man. Marty McFly told us. So,
What?
Back to the Future. Don't worry about
I've
it.
never seen that.
I know you've never seen anything. I'm surprised you've seen Jurassic Park, which you'll probably just tell me right now that you've never seen.
where we're going, we don't need roads.
I haven't seen Jurassic Park.
You would love Jurassic Park.
We could have a Jurassic Park marathon this summer.
That could be good.
Yeah.
Roommates commentary.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We keep talking about these commentaries, by the way. They'll probably never happen, but we'll see. I'm just saying, like, this is a taxi service. No one's going to personally own this car. I'm sure they will at some point, but right now, that is what we're talking about.
As far as a taxi service goes, like, I don't know. I feel like it's fine. You're relying on a taxi driver. If you get into a taxi, in this regard, you're relying on the Google car, the Google taxi. And so someone else would be liable regardless.
If it works, it actually saves less lives because there are less people in the car.
Yep.
And, like, there will always be accidents. Like, this is something you've told me. There will always be accidents. So, you know, maybe these are better drivers than us because they have just, like, these reflexes that we can never comprehend.
And they could also probably text and have that be a completely separate part of their
Yeah, they could
system.
be texting Skynet telling us what we're thinking and saying, but
I think you had an obsession with Skynet.
oh man, it's happening. And this is only coming to 4 states, by the way. Nevada, California, Florida, and then one of the ones on the Great Lakes.
And not New York City.
Not New York
Not
City.
DC, for the love of God.
Um,
Well, Washington
DC has enough problems.
yeah.
I was in it today for an hour and a half. I got a parking ticket for being in a parking spot for 10 minutes.
Was it a handicap spot?
No, it was the only place I could park my truck to make the delivery because the alleyways were blocked.
What spot was it?
It was a it was sidewalk. Like,
So it wasn't a parking
You
spot.
parked on a sidewalk?
that's where they told me to park. And then another officer came and gave me a ticket.
Well, if they told you to park there, just give them the ticket.
Well, I gave it to my company. They're paying it anyway.
Okay, well, who cares?
No matter where,
No,
no matter where you park in DC, if you can park there,
Except
and
for
you,
parking spot.
but you have to pay. And if you pay, and if you're there for too long, ticket, because a lot of those pay for parking spaces. You have a time limit. It's stupid.
Well, I mean, that's how they fucking. It's a city. That's how city life is.
Washington D.C. just seems very cramped. Like, even though
Oh, you have not been in fucking the Bronx, man. I'll tell you what.
We still need to go to New York. That has to happen.
All right, well, somebody else want to move on?
Yeah.
Do you have a topic?
I have a couple stories. The topic that I was going to bring to the table, I no longer remember.
That's relevant.
I no longer remember
I
this.
told him I came up with a topic. I was making my bed. I was like, oh, I have this really good topic, and it's
Is it
going to
about
lead
how
to
you
some
ruin
good.
your sheets?
It's going to lead to some good questions for these guys. And then by the time I got back to my phone when I was done making my bed, I was like, what was that topic again? And so in my phone right now it says something about sex. And so that's the topic. So we're not going to discuss that until I
have
remember
a
what that
topic.
is. But
I have a story.
so I have several stories for you guys. One I've been waiting to tell you for a while.
Okay.
So
I waited to tell a story, and Damien just fell asleep during it. So,
it's a little bit less relevant now because I lost my job. But while I had my job, I realized something. I've told you guys about my 2 coworkers, my 2 black coworkers, who I'm pretty tight with. But
Tight.
that'll play in. So, I realized, like, they were like we would like listen to 2 Chainz and like Childish Gambino at work
and do general black things.
And gospel.
And, like
I'm so sorry that this is so
Preach.
racist.
No, and so I would I would rap along with the albums that we had listened to, and at one point, like
Praise Jesus, nigga.
during an album, I dropped the N-word, but not like with.
But not like with hate. It was with
No,
the
it
song.
wasn't with the song. I
It
like
had an
dropped
A on
it.
the end of it. It was consensual.
Like I said, I dropped the N-word. I'm not feeling it right now, but I dropped the N-word casually.
Not feeling it right now.
And I was like, I'm sorry. And he, at 2 separate points, my 2 black coworkers, well, I was their boss. They were like, no man, it's cool. You a brother. And so
They referred to you as a brother.
yeah, they referred to me as a brother.
Which means
but-
friend.
They welcomed them into your hood.
But what I realized is I probably took that a little bit too much to heart. And I was almost definitely that like kind of racist white boss.
Oh.
Think about me being that kind of racist white
I think
boss.
I don't appreciate you calling
Just
me a
dropping
brother.
the N-word around my black associates.
We are not siblings.
Thinking it's okay, and I walk away, they're probably like, that guy's a fucking asshole. That
Have you
image.
talked to them afterwards?
The one Facebook messaged me today asking me why I wasn't with the company anymore. I haven't talked to him about it yet. But
you just said, "quote the one." Like that's
the one of the. I'm not dropping any names on the podcast.
Just try not to say the names.
Yeah.
That sounds like very pre-plantation era.
The taller of the two tall gentlemen.
But I thought you
The
would
lighter of the
appreciate
darker men.
the image of me being that kind of racist.
That's hilarious.
White boss.
Well, I think of you as my kind of racist best friend, so. And Damien is my definitely racist.
Definitely racist.
100%
Okay,
not
so there's
racist
that.
at all.
There's that. I'm glad that I got that out. And then these are all so good. All so good. They're also
No, it's over other side. No, it's like right now. It's like a little white thing.
also I don't. This isn't a topic, but for whatever reason, I think when I was drunk,
Spit.
I added something into my list of topics, and it
Yeah.
says you can't be ugly and pro-life.
How is
I don't
that?
remember.
I don't.
That's so hard. You can't be ugly and pro-life.
I don't remember typing
You
it
can't
into my phone.
refuse an abortion but be ugly. That's not okay. That's against the rules.
Oh my God! Wow.
I don't remember ever typing.
Fucking monster.
I'm just going through the list, and I was like, "Well, that's new."
That's like saying you can't be fat and singing Christmas carols.
No,
No.
it's like a lot worse than
That's
that.
like saying you can't be skinny in Santa. That's just like not very funny.
That's like saying you can't be Jewish and have 4 bank accounts.
I like the 3 full seconds of dead air that we had. Of us just kind of like looking at each other like, well, you could. No one would judge you.
And then, let's see.
Ethan, have you ever fucked a girl in her ass and got shit on your dick? Because that's the worst.
No. No.
Why? Wait, are we talking from personal experience here, Damien?
He's told us about it, and I don't want to hear about it again.
Damien is
No one who listens to this wants to hear about it.
Damien,
How many girls have you had sex with?
8?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Maybe not less than 10. I
I've
can
had
tell you that.
It is not less than 10. It is not less than 10.
one girl.
Pamela Henderson doesn't count.
She was definitely a woman.
Pamela Henderson.
Have you not heard that before?
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's
it was
awesome.
Pamela. That's the better.
Pamela.
Pamela Anderson. She was definitely a woman, I'm pretty sure.
Have you ever finished in your belly button and gone jelly donut? I have once. Don't.
It's too late.
Yeah, no.
Are we done?
That was just
We're at 50 minutes. We could just bullshit for 10 minutes.
I'm done.
I have to tell a story that Damien's gonna hate.
Oh, yeah.
So the other night you were over. You fell asleep before everyone else.
Of course.
Then Alex called it a night, and then I also had a girl over, the girl that I'm talking to, and she stayed the night.
Talking.
She stayed the night.
She's
And
mostly sucking.
I don't know if I've ever told you. I think I mentioned it last time we tried to record this podcast, but you
You fell asleep.
fell asleep, so I don't know if you heard it. But I have this system down for when I have girls stay the night.
You mentioned this,
Yeah, you
like,
did tell us the last time we recorded
Yeah.
this.
you break out your ukulele,
No.
give him a drink, slip a roofie.
And then while you're playing your ukulele, while you're
I'm
strumming, you're
gonna
like,
fuck you against your will. I'm gonna fuck you against your will.
so my system
Call
is
it always shout always.
my system is for when I have to fart. I'll
Please just
sure
fuck-
knuckles
always
on that.
shout always.
sure, Nooks, bro. Nooks, bro.
Do they call it Nooks?
No,
One person I know calls it Nooks, and I think it's hilarious.
Nooks. Wait.
so
Say it once and I'll let it
Nooks.
go. No, just say it with like a high pitch.
Triple Nooks?
bruh. So Damien, my system is for when I have to fart and a girl's staying the night. So I'm I'm like, I'll be right back. I go into my bathroom, which also has the door into the hallway from my room. Close the door, lock it, turn on the light and
That's
the
not
fan,
unusual.
which makes enough noise, open up the hall door, and then I walk down the hall and into the living room, and then I fart. Now, the other night, you were over.
So specific. Just fart when you're not around her.
Well,
When she's staying the night in my bed,
Open up the door, walk out of the door, shut your door, bust ass, go back in.
I'm gonna bust ass, and she's gonna hear it, and she's gonna know that I left the room to fart.
but he doesn't want her to know. That's the key point.
Yeah,
No.
I don't care. Like, it's not like I don't want her to smell. I don't want I don't want her to know that I'm farting.
Okay.
So I go all the way into the living room and I fart. Now, the other night, the girl that I'm talking to was over, and I did that. And halfway through my like minute and a half long fart, I'm like, oh shit, Damien's asleep like a foot away from me. I farted all over you.
To be fair, there probably weren't
I
any
was really
bugs with you.
drunk. That might have been, you might have woken up after I went back into my room.
That might have been what woke you up, not me watching Rent as loud as humanly possible.
But yeah, no, that's my sister. I didn't realize that you were staying over. I was drunk enough that I forgot, and I went into the living room, and I'm like, I walked into the living room just wearing boxers, and I like stood with my legs apart, and I'm like,
That went on longer. It's still going. Still
That's
going.
what his life is like. That waveform is horrifying.
So
but I did that, and halfway through, I looked over, and I was like, oh no.
when
And then I was
a
like,
certain-
I'm just gonna have to tell him about it.
when a
Like,
certain somebody and yourself went to go walk to her car, I ran drunkenly. Don't know if you remember this, but I do. I ran drunkenly as soon as you and her left the room. I ran, bolted to your bathroom, slid into the bathroom like Tom Cruise in that movie on his socks.
Risky business.
Grabbed the
risky.
Risky. I
the
call it
left
frisky.
and right corners of
I've
your
made enough
sink.
cat jokes about it, so yeah.
You want to hear this? Slid in, grabbed the left and right corners of your sink, and spread my ass cheeks and bent over and went, "Oh!" And
that's
let
what
it
that was.
out. I let it.
I was wondering
out,
what the
dude.
fuck that was.
I let it out.
I let it out. He let it go.
It was those
He
farts.
fucking Elsa'd that shit, man.
It was one of those
Literally.
farts. It was one of those farts where it felt like you were a kid on the playground in 5th grade and you fell on your ass in the mulch and it like hurt the outside of your asshole.
His
It was-
ass
it was-
never bothered
it was-
him anyway.
It was one of those farts, man.
That's
yeah,
disgusting.
One of those fucking farts.
Figured I should let you know that I farted on you the other night.
Yeah, as a courtesy thing.
That's why my eye was itchy.
That's why my eye was
Damien
like,
shows
swelled
up to record Roommates episode 5, and he just has pink eye in both eyes.
Remember, when we were in Florida, we went on vacation together. For reference, Damien was fascinated with the idea of farting on someone's pillow and giving them pink eye.
You have to do it bare ass.
You have to do it bare ass.
because the underwear catches the poo particle.
Yeah, but like if you fucking really spread your cheeks and unloaded bare ass onto their pillow, you could probably give them pink eye.
Or
I've thought about it.
Or if you just go shit,
No,
and
I haven't.
you're out of toilet paper and oh, they have a pillow. And you just,
It's chocolate.
you play Need for Speed on their pillowcase and leave some skid marks.
No, you don't play Need for Speed. Is it Hot Pursuit? That's the actual Need for Speed.
All right, Aaron Paul.
Hot per squirt. I that was it. That's not
I was
funny.
so not ready. Hot per squirt.
That sounds like if they made it a porn. Need for Speed. Hot per squirt.
I didn't tell you guys.
Wow,
Speaking of, it sounds like if they made it a porn. I was trying to on the Pirate Bay get Her, the movie directed by Spike Jonze, starring Joaquin Phoenix, and
the movie that you and Alex talk about all the time.
it's such a good movie.
It's a very good
Is
movie.
it?
Go-
It's
hey,
Is it
so
though?
good.
you listener, watch it.
Watch Her. It's really good. So I
3 times. I've been counting.
I went on the Pirate Bay and I searched Her. Now,
It was rated R
It is rated R.
yeah, it is.
on the Pirate Bay.
I know it was not a funny joke, Damien.
So the pop-up ad at the top has this like really confused Asian guy going, and it says, "When girl get pregnant, is the babby drinking the blood?"
I think the Babby
And
is
then-
drinking my blood.
Here are the
Is it-
top
Is it really spelled Babby?
BABBY
Yep.
drinking. Here are the top 5 results for her. Alexis and her girlfriends too. Don't tell my wife I butt fucked her best friend 3.
3! Oh my god, 3 times!
That marriage was tainted 3 times too many.
It was tainted, alright.
T&A Redheads 14053. Busty co-ed Mariah fucks her pink pussy.
Fucks her pink pussy.
Parentheses.
XXX Florida Amateurs 130501. Charlie Baker blows her boyfriend.
What is with all the alliteration? Charlie Baker,
I don't know,
boys.
but you are totally
FTV
right.
Girls 140620. Avia, her days end. XXX.
Avia, her days are numbered, guys.
Wait, her days ends, or does she get fucked to death?
Probably.
And then finally,
I did that girl to death.
Finally, Indian teen girl giving blowjob her boyfriend in her boyfriend R. That's it. That was my top 5 results
What?
for her. None
In
of the
her
results on
Wait,
in
what? What was that
In her
last
boyfriend R.
R. So none of the top 5 results, none of the results on the entire first page was anything other than porn. And I was like, well, shit. And like then I went and I set it to movies, but I was like,
Well, or you do her in parentheses 2013.
well, I did her and then I just exclusively searched for movies and then did Cedars.
Yeah.
But like trying to find the movie Her, does some of like don't tell your best
Her
friend
days end. That's
her
fucking.
days end.
That's fucking great.
XXX.
Um,
But yeah, that was I didn't tell you about that. I forgot. I'm glad I saved that.
that's fucking great.
Ugh.
Well, that's roommates, guys.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. I honestly, I guess if you're still here somehow and you're having a good time, subscribe somehow. You can add our RSS feed to your iTunes feed for now. I'm gonna get us up on iTunes. Follow me on Twitter.
And I just say one more thing.
Yeah, please.
My friend told me about this commercial starring Hayden
Panettiere.
be a Panettiere, and it's these 2 guys.
Oh my god.
And I think it was on like the Disney Channel or something, because she used to be on the Disney Channel.
Hayden double Panettiere.
All right, it had its 3 seconds of funny.
That's all it needed.
Yeah, it is kind of like me with sex.
That's me with sex. Don't even. I can go like an hour if I needed to. That's what you've said to me before.
like
I can.
I can go like 16 seconds if I needed to, Damien. You have no response prepared for that.
You guys want to know my secret? How I do it? And it's my secret.
Yeah, he thinks about dicks.
Of how I last 1 hour. No, I was thinking about vaginas in that aspect. But
it was a joke.
Aspect.
Anus.
Would you tell us your
Yeah.
secret? Your
So-
secret. We're not allowed to use it, but I will. I will.
When I was a kid.
Oh no.
Oh no! No, that sounded awful. In 7th grade,
That did sound awful.
I would always get a major, and please don't interrupt.
But before his uncle jumped out of the Twin Towers,
Oh.
he touched him.
Go ahead.
Did you mute Ethan?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go.
Fuck you guys.
Okay. So I would get huge boners.
Starting off strong.
During the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, I'm unmuting Ethan. Fuck this.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance. Oh shit.
No, I can do it. Okay. We would stand up, and I would always wear really long sweatshirts, because I knew every Tuesday of every week for that 7th grade year, boner during the Pledge of Allegiance, and it would always, I think it would be, I pledge allegiance, and right on the word flag, just massive fucking erection.
You put up your flagpole, all right.
So, the way I used to get rid of them is in my head, I would start sweating really bad because I would get like anxious, and my armpits would start seeping of sweat. Oh, I was that really gross kid in 7th grade.
I don't remember
And
this. I was
had,
your
like-
friend in
and
7th
I had
grade.
like man tits.
No wonder you didn't have any other friends.
I had man tits that looked like
Yeah, he was that
Sloppy
guy who got
Joe.
the boner every day during the Pledge of Allegiance.
So
Fucking
in my head, I would start going cheddar, provolone, mozzarella, and I would name as many species
species.
kinds of cheese
They are living.
that I could, and it worked. And I would go cheddar, provolone, cheddar jack.
You're saying this, and you're like, you're doing this every single.
Provolone, yibba jack, and
So you would just name off. different
jabba
kinds
when I
of-
go gooba dabbing.
You would name off different kinds of cheese.
Yes, and when I have sex and I want to last for a long time, in my head, I'm like, having sex, and I'm like cheddar, provolone, mozzarella, and I last for a while until the very last moment. I think about dicks, and boom, 4th of July.
You can follow me on Twitter.
Oh, Mexican blend.
You can follow me on Twitter at AlFighter27 for updates on this garbage. We go up every 1st and 16th of every month. Sorry that we were late
But
this
Damien
month.
went up every Tuesday in 7th grade.
Yeah, but Damien went up every Tuesday in 7th grade. Sorry that we were late on this episode. We'll try and be better next time. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening, guys. We will catch you next time.
Peace and chicken grease.